They say timing is everything. But what if the clock is broken and your heart doesn't care? What if the stranger you meet on a quiet street becomes the most familiar part of your life, without ever asking for anything in return? My name is Lily. I moved to Willow Street last fall, a sleepy town where people still wave at you from porches, and the days feel slower than they should. I wasn't running away, just resetting. Every morning, I'd walk to the park at the end of the street, coffee in hand, headphones in ears. And every morning, he was there. Noah. Same bench, same black hoodie, same golden retriever at his feet. He always looked up when I passed, and I always pretended not to notice. Until one morning he said, "You walk like your thoughts are too heavy." I paused, took out one earbud. "Maybe they are." He smiled, pointed to the empty space on the bench. "Sit. Let them rest." That's how it started. I didn't know anything about him, not his job, not his past. But he had this way of making silence feel less lonely. Sometimes we talked about nothing, sometimes about everything. The death of my mother, the scar on his wrist. We never pushed, never judged. The bench became our clock, our ritual. One day I brought him a coffee. He smiled. "You remembered how I take it." "Of course," I said. "I'm good with things that matter." Then, one morning, he didn't show up. I waited. 10 minutes. An hour. I even looked for his dog. Nothing. I told myself not to care. He was just a stranger on a bench, right? But I couldn't stop walking to the park every day, hoping. After 4 days, I found a note taped under the bench. "Dear Lily." Sometimes, people disappear because they don't know how to stay. I didn't want to bring my storms to your calm. But if I ever learn how to stay, I'll be right here. Same bench. Noah. I sat there for hours, holding that note like it was a memory I hadn't lived yet. Weeks passed. Seasons changed. Then, one cold morning in February, I saw the dog first. Then him. Noah. Same hoodie. Same eyes. But something was different. He looked lighter. He walked up and said, "Still good with things that matter?" I nodded. "Only the things that sit on this bench." And right then, he pulled out a small box. Opened it slowly. A ring inside. Simple. Timeless. "Like our story," he said. "I don't want to disappear again. Sit with me. For the rest of your life." I said yes. Right there, on Willow Street. Because sometimes, the love of your life isn't the one who arrives loudly. It's the one who shows up quietly, again and again.